Hey there, GRRRL travelers. Welcome back. So last week I kind of did something really spontaneous and I thought pretty interesting is I put out a travel challenge to you all on Facebook or on my Facebook page. Now recently Facebook kind of allowed the Facebook pages to start doing live video events for you. It was a travel challenge that I was already undergoing and it was at the last minute. I threw the ball out to you and I forgot to put it out on YouTube, and it's just the time it takes me to make a YouTube video is going to be a whole lot more than one of those live recording videos on Facebook. Basically, I said that I had travel credit on Hawaiian Airlines and I was going to use that travel credit to visit one of you special fans out there. The main requirement happened to be that your city, your country, or city had to be on a Hawaiian Airlines route, because I only have travel credit with Hawaiian Airlines. Some of you really took the time out to explain why you'd be a perfect host and what was great about your city, and some of you were kind of like, come out and visit me. And I didn't quite know what to do with that. As I started researching some of these cities that you've popped out for me, the task of researching got to be a little more grave. I kind of vented a little bit on that Facebook page. Yes, it happened that I didn't have an updated browser, and what I didn't realize also was that there are certain destinations that Hawaiian Airlines flies to on irregular days. It's not 7 days a week, it's not. Sorry, there's no flights going out that day. It became like this whole thing. I was considering that, for certain destinations I might have to, spend a little money to get there, like a little on top of my travel credit. And I would be willing to do so if there are enough things that I could cover within that trip. However, what I didn't realize was that a lot of destinations that I was looking at tended to start at roughly around $1,000. That was definitely more than my travel credit. It made everything a whole lot more challenging. Before I found ways to fly internationally for cheap, with different airlines, and like even say Osaka, which from Honolulu can run to like maybe around $600. That plateaued throughout seasons at like $1,200, and maybe it rose to $14 and dropped back to $12 again, but it was just like, wow. So I was having difficulty finding a destination that could match with this budget, and it also interestingly popped up all the American travel snobs out there, which I know there are many of you, and I myself used to be one of them. And the American travel snob are the travelers in the US that don't believe that America is very interesting and that it's more interesting to go abroad internationally. I totally get it. I was there. I was one of you. However, these days I've also been trying to consider America a little bit more because it also houses a lot of epic natural wonders. I found that every place kind of has their own different culture. Some of this stuff you'd be like, I didn't know that it existed in America. Oh my gosh, how weird. Like John Deere land, that's just like a whole nother lifestyle, backwoods country and hunting and whoa. The only reason why I haven't chosen the United States is because if you don't do it right and you don't plan for it, it can get a little pricey. Unless you're going to a cosmopolitan city where you've got access to a metro, a subway, or very convenient public transportation, then you're renting a car. And some of these cities don't have hostels, so you're booking a hotel room. A budget for the US would grant me less travel time than say a budget for Asia or Southeast Asia, which would afford me more time. So when I finally picked up the phone and called Hawaiian Airlines to book my trip, I discovered that I needed to pay $200 in order to use my travel credit. By the end of that booking, I lost roughly around $350 in order to use $622. You can't apply it to baggage, you can't apply it to an upgraded seat. Sorry, you just lost it. Now, I want to love Hawaiian Airlines. I really do, because I am Hawaiian. However, what I was finding through this travel search was that Hawaiian Airlines was very anti-Hawaii. Anything flying outside of Hawaii was at a premium cost, more so than any other airlines carrier I've ever used. If I were to only travel through Hawaiian Airlines, I would probably never travel. rather than visiting a fan, which I'm sorry, it was my best intention. It was a damn good travel idea, but it just really didn't work out with what Hawaiian Airlines was offering in terms of flight costs and, yeah, destination routes. In any regards, I finally booked my trip, and I'm not going to tell you what destination I'm going to, but I will say that it's going to be a big trip for me. I'm going through a lot right now in my own life, and I think I'm going to need to reprioritize and change some things in my life, and I'm trying different things to make everything work. Check out my video on things that you didn't know about me, because I kind of explained some of the stuff that I'm going through. It's kind of heavy in some regards, and it's just real. I'm not living a travel fantasy. I'm not trying to promote a travel fantasy. No, I'm trying to do this on a realistic basis, and times it works out great, there are times it doesn't work out great, but with the budget that I'm rocking right now, it's not working out. And it's forcing me into uncomfortable positions where I have to make choices. And right now I think I'm gonna have to make a choice for my life, more so than my blog. Because I've been investing a lot of money into my blog and trips for my blog and my YouTube travel or channel, and I haven't been saving much for myself. So I think this one is gonna have to go for me. It's gonna be a trip that might redefine my life. So we'll see. So keep watching for March 2017. That's where it's gonna come. I need to start saving for this trip. I'm gonna need to save a lot of money. So remember, I am here every week with a video for you, either Thursday or Fridays. Pacific Standard Time is when I'm publishing. Whatever I post here in a video or publish, there might be a connecting link out to a written version of it with more detailed information. So when I do city guides and stuff like that, I'm definitely making a city guide post or a city guide here with more details on how I did it, you know, ways I got around, stuff like that, stuff that you're going to want to know. So always check between the two. Usually there's maybe a 1 to 3 week delay between publishing on YouTube and writing the post, and that's just because I have to do both. I do have a blog that's a blog of information and guides and how-tos, and the YouTube channel is mostly an experiential guide of what you're going to see, so you can see into the environment and how I go about things that make it more possible for you. Also know when I'm not here on YouTube, I am on my Facebook page and I'm updating it. You missed something here, you might catch it there. But now that Facebook has allowed us to do live video, I can definitely take you around more. Also, Instagram just came out with Instagram stories, which allow me to sort of do a Snapchat, which I never used to do. I already juggle so many apps out there that taking on a Snapchat has been like, I'm not gonna do it. But now that Instagram has allowed us to do similarly what Snapchat did, I still need to figure out how to use them properly and how I want to use them. So follow me on those two things if you're not already doing that. A lot of exciting technology is popping up in those two arenas. I know social media has gotten crazy with all these different apps these days, and every social media app is starting to rock their own algorithm. These algorithms all encourage me and they discourage me, and they create havoc for any content creator who's trying to get their stuff out in a normal way, you know, to an audience that they've worked hard to develop. And it's a really shitty deal, I tell you that. Facebook will only share my content to the people who have liked it and engaged with my page at some moment in time. If you've only liked my page but you haven't liked anything else or engaged with me on that page or left comments, then basically Facebook will not share that content with you unless I generate enough likes and comments to inspire it to share it more. Similarly with YouTube, it has a different algorithm where, you know, within the first 3 days, if there's, you know, the video can't generate views or likes or comments or whatever, then it's just not going to share it at all, and then that'll be like a dead duck video, and it'll be almost as if I should never have done it. Everything's a popularity contest, and it makes it really hard for someone who's just trying, honest to goodness, being sincere and trying to create the best possible product that they can. It's no longer based on quality, it's always based on social response. Please, I love that you guys have been supportive of me, and please continue to offer me your support and do the thing that I'm gonna say. Give me a thumbs up or like, subscribe to my channel. Until then, travel safe, smart, and fun. I might be visiting you someday in the future. May the grrr be with you.